Nation and mining family, what is going on? What up, what up, what up? I see we got Jason the Tiger Osborne in here dropping those FAs, and we got Rude with the ha and a beer. Yo, it is beer o'clock for you, my dude. Look at that, it's like in the middle of the night. I think it's like the middle of the night for you. Damn. Thank you for being here, Rude. I know it's really late for you, my dude. Really super late. You rock, my dude, for making sure you're always here as usual. Got those usual suspects always here, guys. And don't forget to smash that lizardy like button, subscribe, hit the bell notification, share this out on your favorite social media. Yo, hey, for the first time, I think I can actually share this up onto the Twitter universe. Holy cow! I can tweet that I'm flipping live right now, guys. Yo! Let's see here. I believe I should be able to actually tweet this actually out. Wow. This never happens. Let's see here. Mute that. Need to get past the... That's copy, right? Actually, no, I'm not going to do it that way. It's probably easier to do it this direction. Yeah. Go through it through here. Go grab it from my own little section over here and copy message link. Then I can go over to the Twitter universe and paste. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. It did not. It did not copy that properly. Alright, we'll try it this way. Copy. Sorry, guys. I'm like, I haven't had a Twitter account for so long. I forget how to do this. Holy cow. There we go. Hey, work that time. That's what's up. Yo. I was able to tweet that out. That's awesome. So I just tweeted it out. If you wanted to check me out on the Twitter universe, I am at Nemesis2, aka the Mad Miner, guys. Yo. So what's going on, Crypto Badoo? Yo, coming in hot and heavy with those FAs. It's like, tell your baby mama he is live. Yeah, that's right, Rude. That is right. He's like, I'm official a CNC machinist. It's nice 9-minute walk from work to work each day. Yo, that means you got no excuse. Rain, snow, or shine, you have to be there. It could have snowed 3 feet of snow, and if your boss can get there, that means he's gonna expect you to be there. Yo, what up, Golden Wolf? What up, Patrick Murphy? It was like a Patrick takeover this morning, that's for sure. So let's go ahead and get into it, guys. Let's get into this. Get that off of here. I don't need that. Bam. We're going to do it like this. All right, I got that there. All right, I'm just making sure I can see everything that I need to see here. Awesome. So let's go ahead and dig into it today. Sorry for the little bit of a bumbling this round, guys. But yo, check this out. S&P 500's down like 0.3% about. Nasdaq 100 is about 0.2%. Bitcoin's up almost 2%. The U.S. dollar index is like flatlined. Not going up or down. The flatline's not bad in most markets. Let's see here. Dow Jones Industrial Average is down almost 3.3%, and the Russell 2000 is almost down 4.5%ish. So the markets are not doing the best right now, but I think some of it is that they're kind of unsure of what's going to be happening with Jerome Powell. Is he going to be sitting there, going to be raising interest rates, because him raising interest rates might scare the market a little bit, and cause the market to do some really funky stuff that in our lifetimes we've never seen it do it. But it will be interesting. We pull up the actual Bitum coins chart here, and we are doing exactly what I was hoping we were going to be doing, guys, which was we're going to be trading out into the channel way here, guys, and setting up a support line here. So like I said, in between this 24,000 and 21,000, just under 22,000. We'll call it 24 to 22,000. We want to set up this nice support line, guys. The more we hang out here, the better we are going to look long term. So, we have to establish a floor. As long as we can establish a floor right here or right meow, we're doing good. Now, people keep on saying, oh, 2,500 is the resistance. It keeps bouncing off of it. I don't even think we've even tried to really test it. I think it's been bulls trying to YOLO it, and the bears are going. Some of the people that have purchased at this price point, or maybe just a little bit lower than where this price point is right now, and they're putting a lot of sell pressure down. A lot of people that bought in as Bitcoin was rubber banding up to the $64,000 per Bitcoin. The people bought in at this level. They're now probably a vast majority of them are selling. They're like, oh my God, I watched it go up. I should have sold. It crashed, and I'm finally back to a point where I can sell and at least recover what I had put in. It's like from an investment standpoint, if you ain't got the stomach for volatility, that's probably a better bet. Instead of having a heart attack whenever it drops down and not having the stones to weather the storm. Go sideline it, wait until Bitcoin's at 100,000, and you'll FOMO back in, do some stupid stuff, get back out. I mean, people like wish-wash like that a lot of times because they're just uneducated. I'm not going to call them stupid traders. They're just uneducated traders that need to either find like me or my man Variant from DCA Adventure, my man Jay over there, Jay the weatherman, who makes some pretty damn good calls. Me and him usually shoot information back and forth, and that man loves it whenever I start going on a roll about something, because he's like, bro, you've got pure alpha in your head that when you go on a tangent, you let it out. And like, yeah, I do that. He's like, man, you know more about finances than I do. He's like, I sit there, listen to what you have to say, and then I apply some of that knowledge on the trading, and it makes it better. Just say no to short bull. It's like, yeah. So some people are shorting it right here at this point. Also, so that's also putting down some sell pressure. But I think overall, we're sitting in a very good position. I wouldn't even mind seeing a small little pullback here, get back into that trading zone that I think that we should be in. It'll put us right at that $24,000 Bitcoin. Put it right into that range right there. Let's establish this as the new support line. Let it hit this. We need to smack it. $25,000 Bitcoin ain't shit. We need to just establish it right here at the $24,000 mark, and we good. And it's like Patrick's are taking over. Oh no, we got all the Patricks in his house. We got Patrick Guyan and we got Patrick Murphy. It's a 50% pump in the Patrick market now. Oh, too funny. You guys are awesome. FA in the Chizity chat, guys. Man, there's something in the air today that has got my nose itching all day. My nose has been itching like crazy. There is some kind of allergen that has now been released. It's like, release the beast. So, I mean, we're seeing these. We're going to see these markets. I hope we can see it just kind of trade out sideways for the rest of this month, guys. And we got all that FAs in the chat now because you guys are rated F for freaking awesome. That's right. It's the warm weather. Yeah, Padel, that is true. It's like, yeah, in Seattle too, man, for sure, man. It's like, woo. Ugh. So, it's like to me, this looks like more of a healthy market where we should be trading at. So, I'm happy. Can we go up a little bit higher from where the market is right now? Oh, certainly. I still think that the market is a little oversold, but not by much. A few little ticks up higher, and I think Bitcoin will be trading in a nice range where I think everybody will feel real comfortable with. And it'll make the whole FTX debacle go away. It'll make the Binance being attacked by the SEC because their BUSD is being halted because the bank, whatever bank it is in New York, is being told to cease and desist. You guys are done. So we'll have to see how that all trades out here coming soon. And talking about stupid little things like that, here in Crooked Noise, if you guys don't know, it's Illinois. So in my home state, the unworkable bill to ban blockchain immutability is introduced into Illinois. So a Florida-based Democratic lawyer, Drew Hinks, described the bill, as the most no. I'm sorry, I got the two lawyers backwards. Sorry. Let me retract that. So the Florida-based lawyer, Drew Hinks, described the bill as the most unworkable state law related to the blockchain and cryptocurrency that has ever seen. I dug into this a little bit, and crap, I don't have the note in front of me, but I've tracked down the lawyer that helped write up this bill that's being introduced. The little snake in the grass Democrat here, it's like three of them, three Democrats from Illinois that are trying to push this one through. A recently introduced Illinois Senate bill had been ridiculed by the crypto community over its unworkable plans to force blockchain miners and validators to do impossible things, such as reversing transactions, if ordered to by the state court. Sorry, cannot do that. It is immutable. It is a one-way direction. I have no way. I don't have the private key to be able to pull that back. All I did was validated the transaction, not any kind of KYC or AML, none of that. They're basically trying to reintroduce the bill that makes miners a bank. Basically, we have to do everything that functions as a bank because Democrats think that crypto mining, because they have no concept of what mining is. And It's not so. It's like sitting there and having an algorithm over here going, yes, this transaction happened on this day, and them going, well, we needed to reverse that, and the only output it goes is yes, this transaction happened on that day. So it's like I'm not sure how they're going to make a miner possibly do this, unless this is just their way of trying to boot all mining, anything crypto related out of Illinois, because, you know, Crooked Noise taxes the ever-loving bejeebus out of people, and there's no more real viable businesses left here to support everybody. Hence why crime is going through the roof here in Illinois, because there are more poor people here in Illinois now, because Illinois has chased out all viable businesses because of taxation problems. Yep, Paul Pierce got fined for promoting some crypto. I mean, it's like, I understand the SEC coming down on it because you're promoting stuff that falls underneath the Howey test. This bill here is a totally different bill. This one here is somebody not understanding cryptocurrency and how mining works in the slightest bit, and they think that mining means that I have control over the blockchain, and there is no control over the Bitcoin blockchain at all. So the Senate bill was quietly introduced into Illinois on February 9th by Senator Robert Peters, but it appears to have only been recently noticed by the community after Florida-based lawyer Drew Hinks discussed it in a tweet on February 19th. The title of the title on it is Digital Property Protection and Law Enforcement Act. The bill would be authorized courts upon valid requests from the Attorney General or state's attorney that is made pursuant to the laws of Illinois to order a blockchain transaction that is executed via smart contract to be altered or rescinded. Well, that's not the same as mining here. The act would also apply to blockchain networks that process a blockchain transaction originating in the States. So I would love to see how they're going to sit there and try to enforce this one. Mining is done anonymously. Now you're talking about needing to know where in the world was that block mined at, and do they have they're basically trying to say if it was mined in Illinois, they have jurisdiction over that block. And they're gonna find out real quick here that this one is like a no-go even before, like, no miner in Illinois is going to be like, yep, I mined that block. That was me. That was me right here, guys. Because blockchain mining as we know it is completely anonymous. It's not like my it's like the hash ID does not have an IP address. And if it doesn't have an IP address, they cannot track the unit down that mined that block. There is no signature from the miner in that block at all. It's like, I'm surprised they haven't tried this nonsense in Massachusetts that went, yeah, Elizabeth Warren, who hopefully has at least one person behind her going, that doesn't work like that. And she listened to him. Otherwise, we have morons here in Illinois, let's see here, like Senator Robert Peters, a bona fide moron that has no idea other than he wants to have jurisdiction over anything that was done here in Illinois, because the Democrats here in Illinois are on a power trip. And they think they control everything within anything that happens in Illinois' borders. It's fully their control. And it's like, you're going to find out that Nobody's going to volunteer to say that block was mined by them. And they're going to find out that nobody's going to be able to track down who did mine it. So outside of a company that they can reach out to, and for like, let's say Bored Apes were being minted here in Illinois and people knew it, right? They'd be able to try to go after the Bored Apes guy, maybe. But even at that point, it's like you're going to still sit there and have them going, we have nothing to do with that. Or I got it. Illinois is going to go after the Ethereum blockchain. That must be what this is all about, right? Because you're going to go after the validators, right? Because they're on Amazon Web Service, right? And you're going to be able to tell if they validated a block that for a transaction, because it's validation, it's centralized. I highly doubt even the validating blocks are going to have an IP address attached to it, so they know which Amazon server node did it come out of, and and who owned it. You're not going to have any of that information, because that information would add clutter to the Ethereum blockchain. That would add data and make the blockchain grow exponentially faster. It's like you cannot, the pace, like Ethereum has to not try to outpace memory, right? The ability for storage is where Ethereum's going to have its problem. So putting down validators information into that is going to be an issue. All they're going to be able to do is go, this validating ID. So unless a company particularly, how can I put it? Unless a company sits there and declares that particular validating node ID is theirs, and they claim it as such, and somehow somebody figured out a way to be able to look at the blockchain for Ethereum and figure out what validating node actually minted that block, right? Outside of that, yeah, good flipping luck on that. This is going to be one of those things that it's going to be impossible for enforcement. So what? They're going to go to every single registered miner in Bitcoin miner in Illinois and go, did you mine this block? Is this block yours? You need to show us your mining history. And it's like they're going to look at them and be like, mining history? What's that? Because literally because like the mining history is in the core wallet. It's the mining history is not stored in the miner. It's stored in the blockchain, and they don't know what blocks they've hit. They're not looking at that. It's like, don't you think the internet companies could tell which house is mining as the constant and steady use of bandwidth? No. I will say, like, constant power, yes. They're going to be able to tell who mines from the power usage side. Bandwidth side, if you look at the network signature of mining, it's like running a whole crap ton of calculators. They don't have a lot of in and out. It's just a lot of little in and outs. Kilobits worth of information. So you're talking about small little bandwidth trickles. That's not very easy to tell, to see it on the network overall, because it's so small. It would have the same signature, like a Raspberry Pi has a bigger network signature than the miners do. So I mean, you'd be able to tell through the power companies, sure. But again, you're still railroaded, right? They stop right there because none of the miners are going to be able to say what blocks. I mean, you go ahead, see your blockchain history. You're mining to a pool. You have no clue what shares you're just getting submissions of shares. You're not, if you hit a block, it's the pool that hit the block, not just you. And then once you're in a pool, you can't prove if it was you that really hit that block. It's going to show the pool hit the block, right? And then, it's like some pools are, some mining algorithms will show which block you hit. And again, they're going to get stonewalled really, really fast here. The only way that they're going to be able to do this is if they make every person that mines in Illinois have to register. And because of and on the registration, it's going to ask you if you can reverse a transaction. And if you can't reverse the transaction, you get denied your mining permit. Really? It's like it's because Illinois doesn't need the taxes. They don't need working individuals here in Illinois. They just need this to be the criminal state, where guns are illegal, but everybody runs around shooting each other. That's Illinois. But I don't even think that it's going to be really legal for the state of Illinois to go to ComEd or whatever any other energy provider that's in Illinois and go, we need anybody who's using high usage power. And what? They're going to try to go after everybody? That doesn't work either. It's like, so they're going to be harassing everybody with a Tesla. If they got a couple of Tesla cars or a couple of, solar, a couple of either Tesla cars in there or, full electric cars in their garage that they're charging up, right? And they've got an electric golf cart and everything else is, their whole house is electric. They've got no gas heat, so they've got electric baseboard heat, electric stove. Those people are also going to get nailed because the power company doesn't distinguish the two. They're going to be like, these are all the people that have high energy usage. And they're going to find out that there is a lot, and it's going to be too much manpower for them to go through and knock on everybody's door and go, are you mining? Are you mining over there? And it's going to be like, and you're going to have a whole bunch of people going, are you the law? No? Get the out of here and slam the door on them. I mean, it's like, I would probably open up my door with a pistol showing. Right? Who's to say I'm not folding at home? Exactly, Patrick. I forgot all about that. Folding at home. That used to be a thing before mining. So yeah, I mean, yeah, who's to say you're not folding at home? Who's to say that you're, damn them like me with the pistola. Just tell them, no, I'm growing that wacky tobacco. That's a funny story. With all the mining that I've been doing here at the house, I have been waiting for years for a police officer to knock on my door and ask me if I was growing marijuana too. I've been waiting for it, and it's never happened. So I mean, like, even when I was sitting there, I was mining at full scale here in the house, and I had like a $2,000 a month bill. I was paying $2,000 a month to mine. I mean, that's how much I was kitted out here. And that, like, at that point, I was like, man, any day, cop's gonna be here, wondering what the hell's going on, and I'm gonna have to crash course him in what Bitcoin is, and that he needs to buy some for his family. I mean, it's a great way to orange pill people. So So getting back to this, so the synopsis as introduced creates a new Digital Properties Protection and Law Enforcement Act, provides that upon valid request from the Attorney General or a state's attorney made pursuant to the substantive or procedural law of the state, a court may order an appropriate blockchain transaction for digital property or for the execution of a smart contract. Let's see here. Smart contract. Let's see, can I blow it up? Oh, that's so much better. I can blow it up. I was like trying to read small stuff and I'm like getting lost in the text on this. So, provides that the blockchain network that processes a blockchain transaction originating in the state at any time after the effective date of the act shall process a court-ordered blockchain transaction without the need of a private key associated with the digital property or smart contract. Provides that upon a petition by the Attorney General or state's attorney, the court shall access a civil penalty of between $5,000 and $10,000 for each day the blockchain network fails to comply with the court order. Set forth provisions concerning protection of digital property and contract rights, securities interests, and services of processes. Defined terms effective 30 days after becoming law. That's somebody who really didn't know what the hell they were writing in there. They put a whole bunch of gobbledygook in there going, we're going to fine them $5,000 to $10,000 a day for something that is impossible to do from the validation side of it. The only way that this works is if they can go to the devs on the network and the devs can reverse the transaction manually themselves. That's going to be the only way this works. Only way. Basically, they're asking for a network to either 51% attack the network and roll the blockchain back, or getting the blockchain devs to roll the blockchain back like Ethereum has proven that they're willing to do. So if they're working with directly Ethereum, Ethereum might be able to do this for them. But it's not going to be from the validation side of it. It's going to be directly from the devs themselves. Going, yeah, we went ahead and reversed all the transactions with inside of that block. Because they have full control over it. Bitcoin, on the other hand, on this, guys, is like, what? It's like, how can they sit there and determine this? Like, I would sit there and fight this one in court if it ever came down on me. I would absolutely sit there and like, they could sit there and go, we know absolutely 100% it was you that mined that block. We need you to reverse that block. And I'll be like, I'll see you guys in court over this one. Because, yeah, that's impossible from the validation side of it. You'd have to 51% attack the network to reverse a Bitcoin transaction. Now, on one of these poop coins out there, maybe not. Maybe one of these poop coins you could sit there and get away with, you know, talking to the devs, and the devs will do something about it, right? The devs will protect their validators because they're not centralized at all, right? But when it comes down to Bitcoin, good luck. Yeah. A bunch of punks. Yeah. So, like, I don't know if this is them trying to put a ban on it, but there's, like, I don't think they realize that this kind of, like, hopefully somebody can sit there and talk some sense into this person, because this cannot happen. Like, this one, like, is unenforceable by any means, especially if you're talking about the validators. We don't have private keys. I cannot reverse a transaction without having access to the private keys. No private keys, no move of digital funds, period. And somebody sitting there going, shall process a court-ordered blockchain transaction without the need for private keys associated with a digital property or smart contract. How is that possible? That That statement right there is grossly inaccurate for what the blockchain can possibly ever do. It is not like a bank transaction where I can just like, boop, pull that shit back. No, it doesn't work like this. So it was introduced, or it quietly introduced on the 9th. So hopefully somebody like stops this one very quickly, because it's not possible that you cannot possibly enforce this there, because no miner could do this. It's like Drew Hinks, a preference. This is stunning. Reverse course for the state that was previously pro-innovation. Instead, now we get possibly the most unworkable state law related to crypto and blockchain that this guy has ever seen. A shocking turn of events for tech community in Illinois. Focused on consumer protection is good, but in the manner in which it seeks to protect consumers is to require a node operators, miners, and validators to do impossible things, or things that create for themselves new criminal and civil liability at pain of fines, fees, etc. So this is like impossible. It is a way to basically just fine you. Either you're just going to get so many fines that you know, it's like if they come after you and you're like, yeah, I'm declaring bankruptcy, and you are just a person at your house, and they come at you. What's your protection? It's not like you can you can bankrupt the company. It's you. So this one, this is how fascism is. They want complete control over the market, and I think the first time they try to sit there and enforce something like this is going to be that moment where they realize that oh, we don't know who validated this block. So what was this act all about? It was a good mind to protect the consumer, but we didn't really think this one through. It's like it's not like I have to go to my my local government to ask permission to download a Bitcoin node. I don't need their permission for that. Period. That's just how it works. Unfortunately, we have a bunch of people that just don't understand this, guys. Do not understand. So that was my little bit of my rant of the day, because it's happening in my backyard, and it's stupidity in broad daylight. You know, Democrats just show that their IQ over time has been dropping, and I've watched Democrats from when I was a kid, where they were smart, and until now, and they're bumbling idiots, absolutely bumbling idiots. It's like I don't know what makes it what. It's like yeah, bumbling idiots. What up, Tech Man? Hey, everybody. Good to see you. Good to see you too, dude. Good to see you too. So let's check this out. 4th generation RDNA architecture puts emphasis on artificial intelligence. An interview with 4Gamer, AMD's David Wang and Rick Bergman explain what will be the next gaming graphics architecture to be focusing in on. So, Japanese media outlet published an interview made in the late of last year with AMD execs responsible for the company's graphics business. They were asked about the current generation of RDNA architecture as well as what was coming next. The interview focused on many important topics as primitive as mesh shaders and how they'll be utilized by the PS5 and Xbox gaming consoles, but also on multi-draw indirect or MDI. AMD's RDNA 3 implementation of MDI acceleration is already 2.3 times more efficient than last generation. Not bad. The interview was not providing any statements that would declare RDNA 4 X times faster or more efficient than RDNA 3. However, David Wang did emphasize on the artificial intelligence importance and how it correlates with AMD's strategy in the future. So RDNA 3 architecture already uses an AI acceleration through WMMA matrix multiplications, a similar block to NVIDIA's Tensor's Intel's XMX engine units. 4Gamer Editor mentioned that RDNA 3 implementation is quite modest when it comes to FP16 compute performances of this unit, up to 123 teraflops, which is slower than the RTX 4090's 330 teraflops, and even smaller than the Arc A770 at 138 teraflops. Needless to say, AMD has a lot of room for improvement here. The reason that NVIDIA has been trying to utilize AI technology, even for applications that can be done without using AI technology, it's been since the interface of the large scale interface accelerator in the GPU. So NVIDIA went really hardcore into the AI side of it and tried to let the AI unit make up for what NVIDIA wasn't. At the same time, NVIDIA was already making a really high-end card to begin with that had the ability to do a lot of workloads. That's why NVIDIA is so prominent in mining. It used to be that AMD had all the performance out of it. It's like for mining, and then at a certain point, they with Intel's, NVIDIA's going into the later models of the GTX and going into the RTX architectures, started showing that AMD had a lot of ground to catch up on. Considering that NVIDIA has been the GPU go-to for gaming for a long time. Yes, there are AMD GPU people out there too, but there are more NVIDIA GPUs in the wild, not just for mining, but for gaming too. Now, I'm wondering, it's like this shows why AMD it has been falling so far behind on the performance of mining, right? If you're looking at the RDNA 3 here, it's up to 123 teraflops versus the 4090's 330 teraflops. So we're seeing that the workload ability on NVIDIA is way better. And it's like mining doesn't care about the artificial intelligence behind it. They want to see what the workload is, right? So basically, the RTX 4090's engine is much bigger than AMD. Even though AMD's got great performance in gaming-wise, it's just not. It is always just lackluster compared to NVIDIA as of lately, because of the fact that their compute units, the actual amount of workload they can do, is not that good. How? It looks like the Arc A770 at 138 teraflops should be a better performer than an AMD card. That is horrible. This is why, it's like, yeah, AMD might be energy efficient. I'll give them that. They mine very well, and they're very power efficient. Where NVIDIA is like, just give me all the hash rate. We'll work it out later on if it's worth it, because either the price of the coin's got to be up there high enough to make it worth it, or you're going to be pulling back power on it, which is going to drop your hash rate down. And then guess what? There'll be a trade-off of where you pull the power back so far that your performance is the same as an AMD card. It's like AMD's going to take the crown in time. I hope so. I hope so. This would be a very good thing for the market to see a good contender actually coming up. I'll take more note of Intel whenever Intel's teraflops are at least 50% of what NVIDIA's are or higher. 50% to 2/3 the teraflops. And then Intel will get my attention at that point. They're still kind of a ways behind, and I'm not trying to dog on them. This is a good thing. Being ways behind gives you a lot of room for growth. Intel has it's a big company, a lot of smart people working up over there, and they've got enough money to be able to throw. They've got enough money to be able to throw at this problem. So it's just a matter of just kind of getting everything to align properly. And I think the Intel GPU lineup will be pretty good moving forward. Like I said, I think this is a great start for them. Great start. And of course, here's a funny one. The More Threads S80 gets an important GPU driver update. Yo, now it's got support for 21 new games. Goose and Duck. Let's see here. NBA 2K Online. Terraria. Dude, that Terraria you should be able to play that on a freaking potato. It's like a side-scrolling variation of Minecraft. Let's see here. Battlefield 2. All right. Pro Evolution Football 2013. I mean, could they shoot for a game that was a little bit more newer of a title? None of these are like really new titles. Granted, I guess it's got support. It's got support for Diablo 3, again an older game. Need for Speed, Hot Pursuit 3, older game. Street Basketball, Fantasy World Journey, Three Kingdoms 2, Warcraft 3, The Frozen Throne. It's like, oh my god, League of Legends. These are all old ass games. I think the More Threads S80, they definitely need to do more work. They've got a joke of a GPU coming up. No, Leisure Suit Larry is not supported by More Threads S80. Unfortunately, they don't play your favorite game, Rude. You're not gonna want this card. Just saying. This card's all poopy, super poopy. And if you guys are looking for grabbing a new CPU, whether it be for your gaming rig, workstation rig, or for just CPU mining in general, yo, check this out. The Ryzen 9 7000 X3D reviews go up a day before launch. Launching next week. So if you guys are wanting to get these, yo, you can get your 7000 Series X3D CPUs. It's like, dang it. Yep. So we're gonna have the let's see here, the 7900 X3D that will be coming out here. 12 core, 24 thread. That's not bad. That should be able to outperform my Threadripper. The boost clock will be a lot higher than my Threadripper. My Threadripper boosts up to, if I overclock the snot out of it, I get 4.2 gigahertz across all 12 cores. Otherwise, if it's in standard mode, it'll do like 4.1 across the first 2 cores. And then we've got the 7950 X3D, 16 core, 32 threads, 5.7 gigahertz boost, 120 watts. So we're going to be looking at like a $700 price tag, a $500 price tag, or $700, $600, and $500. So that'll be all the new 3 flavors of the new Ryzen CPU X3Ds that are coming out. So that'll be next week, guys. And then what is it? But not all of them are going to be released. The 7800 X3D will be officially released April 6th, so 5 weeks after the 7950 X3D and the 7900 X3D. And if you guys are looking to buy a new CPU, unless you're telling me you're going to be mining with the CPU and you want the best performance, and then I would be like, okay, I agree with you. If you were looking to grab the X3D chips and you want it for mining, for gaming, and that's what you're either gaming, streaming, gaming and streaming. Don't waste your money on the 7950 X3D and the 7900 X3D. Their streaming engine is the same between all of them. The performance of gaming will be negligible between all of them. The better value proposition here is the 7800 X3D. Again, unless you're buying it with the earmark that you're going to mine off of it. But at $600.99 plus tax, which will push you probably like right up to about $730, $740. Unless you can sit there and tell me that you're going to make that back within the year, I still couldn't justify that. Now, again, if I'm sitting here justifying that I'm going to be buying this stuff for the earmark of personal usage, I couldn't justify spending $600 and $700. I would myself, if I'm getting if I wanted an X3D chip, fine. I'll wait until April. I'll grab that, right? Grab myself a motherboard in April, because by that time, hopefully in April, the motherboards that support the X3D chips are going to be a little cheaper because they've been out for a little while. And then you get into the baseline of that chipset, and then you wait for the 7950 X3D to finally drop down in price, and it'll be about a year, and then you can get into the top tier on the 7950 X3D. That's basically how I'm walking up my own Threadripper. Eventually, I'll be on the 2950 WX Threadripper, which will be the top tier second generation Threadripper that my motherboard supports. It doesn't support third gen Threadripper, but it supports second gen. Probably have to BIOS update my motherboard, but whatever. I've got an X399E motherboard. It's a ROG Strix motherboard for the Threadripper line. Now, I did the same thing at that point. I waited for the the second gen Threadripper had came out whenever I was initially buying into the Threadripper lineup, and I got the 1900X, which was the first generation Threadripper that everybody dogged on, and I had absolutely no freaking problems with it, none. So fortunately, it's like I've haven't had any issues with my Threadrippers, and now I'm on the 1950X Threadripper, so I'm on the last generation of the Threadripper for the first gen series. So boom, it's like and that's how I would rather walk it up. Wait until these chipsets come down in freaking price to where they should be. 7950 X3D is not $700 worth of value. Period. 100% Golden Wolf. 100%. I like Golden Wolf just said here, I would not stop you, and any one of you, from sending me a 7950 X3D. I will not stop any one of you from doing that. If any of you were that awesome, I would give a massive shout out to you. But outside of that, I would be sitting there and holding off on that. I'd be 100% holding off on grabbing top tier. So if you're able to hold off until April before you think about updating, you do not need top of the line gear for a negligible amount of performance gains in gaming. If you have a CPU that is a computer you put together that's got a CPU that was made in the last 3 years, you will not see leaps and bounds difference. You're not bottlenecking on your CPU. I mean, I can understand like if you're playing Assetto Corsa and you've got computer generated cars on there because you're not racing live online, right? And the more computer generated cars that populate up on there, the more it hits your CPU core. In that situation, I completely understand what's going on. Outside of that, you know, where you might be bottlenecking on there, if you're not bottlenecking, this is not an issue that you have to go through. If you're having problems streaming or playing games or doing some kind of workload task, then I can understand. But if you're just wanting to upgrade, and you got the money to blow on top tier gear, more power to you, man. I'm not gonna stop you. Let me know how it performs. Otherwise, I mean, yeah, you're gonna get a little bit more performance off of it if you're mining on it, but I don't think it's enough to want to go into this and start, you know, really get into it where you're, you know, spending big bucks on gear that's gonna make you so little money. And I mean very little money, guys. CPUs don't make a lot. You know, you're talking $1 a week, maybe $2 a week, unless there's something big being mined. You know, some kind of CPU coin that's come out that's, you know, taking CPU mining by storm. Outside of that, even my Threadripper doesn't make a whole lot, and it's not a dog in performance. Okay. And let's get into this aspect. This is why everybody's here. I know it. Guys, we have mining profits. I have the calculator set up at 11 cents a kilowatt hour. We have profits, guys. It's not massive profits, but it's still profits. Yeah, my 2021 CPUs are all paid off with Monero and RTM. Nice. Yeah, I mean, it's like I just don't see getting into CPU mining as of right now, unless there's a big mining boom going on. But talking about profits on GPUs, guys, at 11 cents a kilowatt hour, guys. Yo! So check this out. A 4090 on Nexa is making $1.16 a day. A 4080 on Nexa is making 62 cents a day. I remember being like back in the like a few years ago, man, this would have been chump change. But whenever I first started, this was amazing. If I was making $1.16 a day whenever I first started mining, I was doing good. If that's what each and every card pulled in. Realistically, I typically ranged right around like 90 cents to almost $2, depended on what I was mining and when, right? And then we went into the heart of the bear market where I was in some cards I was only making like 10, 15 cents over what the electricity cost was. And I kept on mining. I held fast, you know. This time people are starting to see this again. So if you got the last generation stuff, this is when it gets sad, right? An RTX 3080 makes 25 cents on Nexa after you pay for electric. Yeah. A 3060 makes 17 cents now. 17 whole whopping cents, right? An RX 6800 XT makes 14 cents on Grin. Why would you mine Grin with that? That's such a poop coin. A 3060 Ti makes 12 cents on Nexa. Why wouldn't you just put that back on Dynex? Must be the power usage on it. A 1070 Ti makes 10 cents over profit at 11 cents a kilowatt hour. I mean, it's profitable to run. I'm still running them on Dynex, but now you're starting to see that depending on what GPU you're running, you might not be running them on the same algorithm now. A 1070 is non-TI is making 9 cents a day, so it makes a penny less than the TI variant. So, I mean, that's atypical. You don't see that the TI and the non-TI are not leaps and bounds different. Typically, I see that the TI variant uses more power. So, yeah, you get more performance off of it, but it's using more power, unfortunately. A 6600 XT makes 6 cents a day if I was mining ELF, which I'm not. I've got mine on ETC for the time being. I'm doing testing. A 1080 Ti makes 6 cents a day on Dynex. That is horrible. I mean, granted, this is over the electric being used, so I mean, it's not like it's losing me money. And that means that all the cards that I'm running, except for one I haven't seen on this list yet, which is my RX 580s. Let's see here. We have I have my 1660 Ti. What can we make it 5 cents a day? Let's see here. The ARC A380 would be losing me money. 470, 50. RX 580 should be mining ETC or ETC Caspa, be losing me 9 cents a day. Nice. My 580s are losing me money according to this chart, because I'm not dual mining. It's all rocking and rolling on ETC. I'm not divvying up any of its hash rate. So it looks like everything below an RX 5700 loses you money. So an RX 6500 XT loses you a penny a day. A Vega 64, that used to be a staple whenever I first started mining. It's losing you 11 cents a day because that thing is just a hog with power because of the HBM memory in there. A GTX 1660, regular 1660, is losing you 12 cents a day. A 1060 is still losing you 15 cents a day. An ARC A750, as of right now, is losing you 20 cents a day mining that Ergo. And an ARC A770, not the A750, the A770 is losing you 25 cents a day. And if you guys still have any of your old P102-100s, you are losing almost 35 cents a day, guys, on expense. So if you guys have been like myself, where my AMD, my RX 580s are my bad performers at this point, unfortunately, we're not going to be seeing too much of the 580s being talked about. They will probably be getting sunsetted here at some point. Like, I lost 15 euro. Damn! So, I mean, if you guys are running these older hardware GPUs, unless you've got free power, this is at that point where you stop mining on them. Because granted, yeah, you're supporting the network. I get you. But if it's going to cost you $100 a month to for your rig to run, right? I'm just giving an arbitrary number, right? You're spending $100 a month, and you're spending more than what your reward is. if you knew your bill was $100, would it not be more economical to turn the rig off during the time of where the mining sucks for your rig, and take your $100 a month budget for electric and go buy Bitcoin with it? I mean, I'm not telling you guys what to do. This is just a tactic that I would be implementing if it was me in that shoes. So if my only rig that I had was an 8-card rig of RX 580s, I would be those things would be off right now, and I would be taking the money that I'd be spending on the power for it, and I would be buying Bitcoin with it instead. It's like, I need the heat. Yeah, but it depends. It depends on the. Okay, I'll put it this way. Real talk, right? My electric bill right now, with the cards that I have here, right? My electric bill is like between $400 and $500 a month. To heat my house is about $130. So, if you're gonna run enough rigs that you can heat your whole house, then and you are planning on mining anyway, and the mining you are more profitable mining than it is with your electric bill, and you can save the gas bill. So if you can eliminate your gas bill, right? So let's say it's $100, right? And you have, let's say, $800 a month in electric bill worth of miners. That's going to be enough just to warm up a small apartment. At least three solid rooms in a house. You'll be able to warm up with those rigs without a problem, right? And you can sit there and say, hey, with just the rigs alone, I'm profitable, right? I'm spending I'm spending $800. I'm making $1,000. So you're making a $200 a month profit over your electric. Let's just say, right? And then I can eliminate my heating bill for another $100. So now my profit's $300 a month. If you could sit there and do that, then it makes sense. But if you're mining only to keep your one bedroom warmed up, is the extra cost that you're not earning worth the bill? You know what I'm saying? Because like you're still going to have the your heating bill for the rest of your house or the rest of your apartment. If all you're doing is warming up one room. You see where I'm coming from this, right? Golden Wolf, it's about $80 to heat your small house. Bill's about $230. Right, and it's like, unless you can sit there and get your rigs to heat up your whole house, and you can save that $80 a month bill, it's like, then I would see. My bill went from $330 to $490 in 1 month. At $490, I was going to shut down my rigs, but I knew as I'm not working, I'm using more electric. So now with a job, I'm in. Waiting 2 months to shut off maybe and see how the bills is then, but your rate went from 7 to 11 cents. Woo! Oh, wow. That's going to be bad, Bedell. Because if your electric rate went from 7 cents a kilowatt hour to 11 cents a kilowatt hour, that means after your taxes and line fees, you're going to be like right around 16 cents a kilowatt hour. Yeah, that's true, Golden. I'll give you that. Those ASICs blow out a whole lot of heat. I mean, a lot. It's like I'm at 11 cents a kilowatt hour too, guys, but that's my all-in price. It's not 11 cents a kilowatt hour and then the line fees and taxes. Hence why I have the facility not in Crooked Noise, because I needed to get the rigs out of Illinois so that I can get cheaper power that's more business friendly. You senteth me a sheeteth and a discordeth, huh? Noise. So, I mean, talking about ASICs here, let's see here. Let's see here. So, ASIC world. If you had the Jazz Miner, you'd be making $4.80 of the Jazz Miner X16Q. You'd be making $4.80 a day. If you had the Bitmain Antminer S19XP, you'd be making $3.22. My E3 I wish it was my E3s. The E9 for ETC is making $2.54 a day. And it, it's like, where does it stop making money? All right, so now this is home prices. People at 11 cents a kilowatt hour. So the S19i, you'd be losing money on it. So S19 Pro, you'd be making 17 cents a day over the price of electric. So that would be your highest that you can make at home, right? S9s, you'd be losing $2.53 a day. Now, let's say you had commercial rate, right, which would be put you more towards like 9 cents a kilowatt hour all in. The Jazz Miner X16Q, you'd be making $5.10 a day. The E9 would be making $3.46 a day. Let's see here. At what point do we stop making? S19, you'd be making 54 cents a day. And the S17 Pro, you'd be losing 32 cents a day at 9 cents a kilowatt hour all in. So let's bring this down to more like an industrial rate. So that'd be like about 6 cents a kilowatt hour. At about a 6 cents a kilowatt hour price range, you'd be making about $6.86 a day on the Antminer S19 XP. So that becomes the most profitable at 6 cents a kilowatt hour, guys. You are talking profits. S19, you're making $2.88 a day. Let's see here. Where do we stop making money? So the S17 would be making you 86 cents a day. You would actually be profitable with an older hardware S17. S15s, you'd be losing money. S19, you'd be losing about 90 cents a day. So S19s are like no longer really viable of running unless you've got free power at this point, unfortunately. So this is, this is going to be the landscape. And I know that if, let's see here. I'm going to say the S19J Pro, if that's making $3.57 a day, that is going to be about what the What's Miner makes. Let me double check here. Uh, 100 terahash, so I would be making each one of my M30 pluses will net me probably closer to close to $4 a day with the What's Miner M30 pluses. S17 Plus, which was the later model on the S17 line, which were the really good ones, was $1.63 a day in profits on that one. Unfortunately, if you have an E3 Antminer, they're not really profitable, guys. They're getting muscled out really fast, guys. And I mean really fast. So with that being said, guys, do any of you awesome people have any, it's like you want to laugh? Tink 82 cents. Oh, damn. You had 82 cents? Man, I hope you're not at 82 cents a kilowatt hour, Rude. If so, the family mine is just for you. Don't delay. Join Patreon today. Links down below. Get into the pseudo hasher tier and reserve your spot on the shelf. Was 82 cents. It's going down now. Oh my God. I would not even be mining at 82 cents. At 82 cents. Hold on here. Let me flip back over to the GPU side. At 82 cents, there is nothing on this list that's profitable. Man, why can't I just put my wallet address in tax software and make a report? All this crap sucks. Yeah, for sure. It's like, Patrick, I spent 2 hours trying to pull the serial numbers for a failed video card through Linux and Windows and about gave up. Then I found its original box. Oh, God. Oh, no. All that time and energy into there and just to have to go that way. Wow. Yeah, for sure, Crypto Bedell. Like, rude. You can't beat the Family Mind rates. And the knowledge they offer, plus you'll know who is repairing or cleaning your items. Facts. Absolute facts. So let's say you're at 8. Let's say you were at 82 cents. Let's say you got down to 55 cents, right? At 55 cents, pretty much everything is not profitable still. Nothing is. Even at 55 cents. I would not be mining. I would be asking. I'd be asking the people over at the Family Mine when I can send my gear over there, and trying to figure out how I can get my gear there as cost effectively as possible. You want to use DHL for your carrier out of state. DHL is a great carrier to use. So, yeah, I mean, yeah, that's horrible, man. We need to get you at the Family Mine with your gear. I don't care if all you got is just a single server case. That's it. You got one GPU rig. That's it. I mean, if you had one GPU rig with just one GPU in it, I'd be questioning you just a little bit. But if you've got an 8-card rig and that's all you got, we'll host it for you, bro. I mean, we are not. I don't care if every one of you, all you had is one single rig of 8 cards. I'll host it. So does anybody else have any other comments or questions before I head up out of here, guys? Yo, you guys rock. Just saying, y'all rock. Rude's like, I know, bro. I know. I'm going to keep iterating it to you. Bedell, not yet. We are, Mikkel is working on that he's the web designer for us, but he's got a lot on his flipping plate right now, and I don't think he's had time to really get it going the right way. I've seen some of it. It looks good. It needs some fine tuning on there. And then we will be launching the Family Mine website. Hashtag at some point. We need to get past some of these necessary upgrades at the facility. Once we get past that point, I can redirect him back onto the website stuff and go from there. So soon, guys, soon. So far, like as of right now, it's grassroots starting. You guys are watching this being built on the ground floor, and we'll definitely get to the point where we're grabbing all of you guys and telling you to give us your rigs so we can host them. Yes, 100%, Bedell, 100%. I 100% agree. And because I don't have the money to be able to pay a web designer for us, you know, I have to wait for Mikkel to, you know, have a moment where he's got like, he's not spending all of his time physically at the facility, and he can actually be at home for a little bit. And while he's sitting there watching the kiddos and the baby, he can sit there and, you know, work on the website a little bit more. Are you getting the what is it? The CVT file or whatever it is, CXV file? Because if you're getting whatever that file is that you need, it's the same setup as how it's done on yeah, CSV. Thank you. If it's a CSV, I've never had a problem with anywhere not taking the CSV file unless they're not set up properly for the CSV file. We were using. Techman, whenever my wife gets home, which will be like a half hour or so, 45 minutes, she should be getting home. I will ask which software we were using originally, and it might be able to help you out with that. I don't remember if we had to pay. I think we had to pay for it. It was like cryptotax.com or something like that, where it helped out with the tax side of it for the crypto stuff, and put it into another CSV file that we were able to upload to the tax stuff. But I never did it for Zelcore. Because like I didn't report it that I reported the income coming in for the company, but I did not disclose the Zelcore wallet though, because like all the money is accounted for that's in there. Too much to recreate. Have to export the CSV for Zelcore? Wow. Damn. Yeah, I'll whenever the wife gets home, I'll DM you the site that we were using. So whenever she gets home, I'll let you know. So anybody else got any questions or comments before I head up out of here? Yeah, it might be how they're doing the CSV file on there. I mean, it just could be really just a weird, like the information that they have in there is not in the right way. It is not in there properly, and they're not accepting it because of it. Not sure. I have not had that problem, but I will try to help you get that information though. Anybody else have any other comments or questions? If you do not have any other comments or questions, certainly drop some FAs in the Chizzy chat, guys. Yo, FA Golden Wolf, man, we worked out this morning. That is FA, guys. Got that golden wolf motivated to pump some iron. But yep. Now I just have to keep it up. 100% golden. 100%. It takes anywhere from 8 to 200 days to make it a life habit and to make it a habit. We'll see how quickly you can make it a habit. My first of the missing of the iron pumping morning shows. Oh, womp womp. Bedell, you can still pop in there, say hi, hit the thumbs up button, and get your ass back to work. You know, when you see that my show is on, you can be like, I got to go pee real quick and go into the bathroom, sign on, say hi, hit the like button, and then go back to work. So I hope that your first day of work was good. I hope you get along with everybody at your work. And it's always awkward getting orientated at a job for that first time. He's like, yes, I had that as of today. I do that every time. Nice. Yeah, your YouTube noticed me, so I went and jumped in on the machine. Nice. Bro, baller. See? Motivation, man. It's like you see me dying. I'm in my 40s, guys. It's not like I'm some young guy, you know, and you get to watch me die in the morning. Just absolutely die. So if you guys like to watch a 40-year-old guy on his own accord die, then you want to check out in the mornings, hang out with me there. We could sit there, you know, chit chat about anything. It's kind of like a little hangout session. So everybody hang out there, chit chat. You know, it's your caffeine corner, guys. It is your caffeine corner. He's like, I haven't worked a 9-to-5 job for over a decade. Always been my own boss, but times need to change once in a while. Yeah. Hopefully you can get back to the point where you're your own boss again. Because it's like when you work a 9-to-5 job or just a job in general, you are only making your income, right? So whatever you can do in a 40-hour work week, where the owner of the company, he's got, you know, let's say he's got 10 employees that are 40 hours a week. So he's got 400 hours of making money each week, where you only have 40 hours of making money each week. You see where the difference is. You want to get to the point where you have more hours of potential earnings than there are physically in 1 week that are workable, right? More than likely, Golden. More than likely, I will more than likely go live on my Crypto and Hot Rods gaming channel on YouTube or Crypto and Hot Rods on Twitch. So if you guys are interested in seeing some Hogwarts Legacy gameplay, check me out. I'll be doing that a little bit later. As soon as the wife gets home, we're gonna make some dinner, and then after dinner, depending on what's going on, I'm gonna start gaming. So cool for sure, Golden Wolf for sure. So everybody, smash that Lizardy like button, subscribe, hit the bell notification, all that good stuff. If you guys would, let's see here. It's like Nerd Beast. He's like, that game is fun. Oh yes, nerd. I've been having fun on that game, like going all over the place. It's got a lot of engagement in there. I do have to agree with you, nerd. So if you guys are interested, if you're interested in it, Crypto and Hot Rods on Twitch or Crypto and Hot Rods Gaming on YouTube, wherever you like to see your flavor of gaming it. I'll probably be, maybe an hour and a half-ish, somewhere around there. I'll probably go live for a little while, at least an hour, at least an hour or two. I'll be gaming. Oh yeah, there is a ton to do. It is completely immersive game. for it not being a gigantic map. I mean, I've seen big ass maps. For a map it's big, but it's not gigantic. But what I like about it, the map, is that you can go, I don't know, probably about every 90 seconds or so of gameplay, I'm either running into something of interest or getting to my next mission or getting to, it's like a good gameplay means that between, right around that 90-second marker, I should have engagement of some sort in the game. I think that's what makes it really fun. Oh, for sure, Golden, man. I wish it was multiplayer too. There is somebody that did make a script to allow multiplayer, but I don't know how good it is. What's up, Nick V? Yo, I'm just getting up out of here, and you're coming in, so you're gonna have to rewatch the video from the very beginning, my dude. And don't forget to smash that lizard like button. I'm just saying. Subscribe, hit the bell notification. Not to you, but everybody else. Subscribe, hit the bell notification if you haven't done so already. Yo. And I'll definitely see you all on the next one, guys. Yes, everybody, FA in the Chizity chat, because you guys are rated F for freaking awesome. Yo. That's right, everybody. You all are amazing. I love y'all. Thank y'all for being here. All that good stuff. Peace out. Stay savage. And may your watts be low and your hash be high. I'll see you on the next one. Yo!